All right, today we're going to do the first part of hair coloring, and we're going to start with the law of color, okay? So that's why I have my little cups up here. So you can see I have a blue cup, a yellow, and a red, just like you guys do, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of these water bottles. This was a bottle somebody left out, okay, instead of wasting it. And I want you to take, and I want you to fill up your cup about a third full. Not a half, but a third. So if everybody can do that. I have 2 bottles here. If we need more, we'll get them from the floor. Okay, do we pour for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just about a third full.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. Not 1/3, like this much. This much. I don't want you to go half. That'll be too much. Here. You guys share this one? Oh, I'll show you. Not a half. So, like 1/3. About like that. Okay? If we do a half, it'll get too full on us. Okay? How about back here?
You want a water bottle?
Passing that one around?
Just use this one.
Yeah, you're good. Okay. Now, once you have your 3 containers, okay, I have some food dye. Okay? Does anybody remember which one, what are the 3 primary colors? Let's start with that.
Red, yellow, and blue.
Right. Which one is the darkest
Red.
and the only cool one? Blue. Okay? So if I was going to color in an ocean, I wouldn't use yellow and I wouldn't use red to make my ocean. I would use blue because that's a cool color. So this is where it's going to get tricky. So you have to be very careful. In your blue cup, I want 1 drop of blue.
Okay.
That's it. 1 drop. Okay? Then which of these 2 is the next darkest?
Red.
Red. Okay? So we want 2 drops of red in our cup. 1, 2. All right? So how many drops do you think we want of yellow? How many? 3.
3.
1, 2, 3.
Why does the yellow look red?
Yellow looks kind of orangey on there. It doesn't look as, it looks really orange on there, but it doesn't in real life. You'll see it when I bring these around. Okay, so that's how you get them equal concentration. 1 of blue, 2 of red, 3 of yellow. Okay, so I'm going to pass these around, and I want you to do that. If I mix yellow and blue, what color do I get? Yellow and blue.
You get red.
Not red.
Yes, green. Is it green?
Green. Okay. So I want you to take a green cup.
I don't have a green cup.
Okay. I want you to take a green cup. And I want you to take your yellow and dump it in there.
Yellow and dump it in.
Uh-huh.
The whole of it.
Yep. And your blue.
What do we do?
Dump your yellow and your blue in.
Just 1 drop?
No, the whole, dump your whole container into your green cup.
Dump these 2. Oh.
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Does everybody have green?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now, unfortunately, we have to make more yellow and blue, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our water back in, and we're gonna put in the correct amount of drops in our yellow and blue again. All right, now, if we take another cup, we're gonna have to use, they don't have more than 4 colors on these cups. So take a yellow cup, and I want you to dump, if you dump your yellow and your red into that cup, what are you gonna get? No? Red plus yellow equals? Red plus yellow? Anybody? Orange.
Oh, orange.
Okay, so I want you to dump all the contents of those 2 cups
All of
into
it?
another yellow one.
Like whole of it? How do I?
Put your yellow and your red in that cup.
So yellow.
Does it matter what order, Machine?
No, it doesn't matter the order. Dump the whole thing.
I don't have any more.
That's okay.
Right here.
Okay.
I stole
Did anybody get orange?
I got red.
I got red also. Miss G. Miss G.
Yes, honey.
I got red also.
Yeah, I got red.
got red.
Okay. We're gonna pretend like it's orange.
Machine.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry. So we're gonna put an O on there for orange. Okay? Just put an O on that for orange.
Machine, had the marker.
It doesn't go very well.
Are you sure?
Let me try this one.
Do you need to put more red and yellow into the other cups?
You need to fill up your yellow and your red one more time.
Wait, one more time.
Mm-hmm.
How?
Put in your 3 drops of yellow
Wait, now my red is.
and your 2 drops of red. Okay?
So put
And
more red,
how do I-
more.
3 drops of yellow in this one.
The 3 drops.
Mm-hmm.
Missy, how many? We put 2 more
3
drops.
drops.
Missy, can you remember?
3 drops.
How it is.
Thank you. Okay, so we did our red plus orange. That's cool. So what do we have left? Let's look up here. So we had red,
Can I see the red, Sarah?
yellow,
Can I see the red?
and blue. What did
This one?
we mix so far?
I have to.
Red and yellow made what?
Oh,
You're good. Thank you.
well,
Red and yellow made what?
orange.
Orange.
Yeah.
Okay. Yellow and blue made what?
Green.
Okay. So what do we have left to mix? Red and blue. So you're gonna take another blue cup and put a V on it for violet.
V.
Mm-hmm. Violet, you have a blue one? Okay. And I want you to dump all your blue and all of your.
What should I dump? What should I dump?
Okay, hang on a second. I want you to dump all your red and all your blue into that cup.
Into what cup?
Into another blue one, but put a V on it for violet.
This red.
All that red?
I need another blue cup. And that cup.
Yes.
All the red and all the blue in one cup.
I don't have another blue one.
Then
Does
all
anybody else
blue.
have another blue one?
No, I need another one. Then all blue.
Yep.
Missy, what 2 colors?
Red and blue. That's what we have left.
I need
Anybody have an extra blue one?
I have blue.
You have an extra one? Oh, there. Get one off of Kamani.
I
Okay.
already did that.
Okay, let me see what you got.
It's
What
like a
color
reddish-
do you think that is?
It's like a reddish brownish.
Yeah, I think it's
The blood
black.
color.
It's not exactly great, right? But red plus blue equals
Like a brown.
violet, purple, red and blue. You have to go back to kindergarten, guys, when you were blending colors, right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the color wheel, okay? It doesn't matter, cadence. Red, yellow, and blue, say one. Just say one. Red, yellow, or blue, just say one of those words. Red, okay? Okay?
What, me?
Mm-hmm.
Blue.
Okay, and what's left is yellow. Okay, if I mix blue and red, what do I get? Violet. If I mix red and yellow, what do I get? If I mix blue and yellow. Okay. So you can see, no matter how you start this, if you start this in a triangle, red, yellow, and blue, and then you put the ones in between, it will always turn out correctly. So, somebody tell me, well, I'm just gonna do this because you guys are running out of cups. What neutralizes yellow in somebody's hair? What neutralizes yellow? Okay, violet and yellow neutralize each other. May I borrow yours, honey, since I don't have that?
This one.
I need that one and violet. Now she's got a ton of violet, so I'm not gonna put, so I've got this lady's hair and she turned really yellow on me, okay? So the thing that's gonna neutralize this is gonna be violet. And I'm gonna pass this around. I think you'll agree this is brown. This is how you get a natural color. So go ahead and pass that around, Lauren. Let everybody look at that. Okay? That's how you get away from that. What if you turn somebody's hair orange? Orange. How do you fix it? What's opposite orange on the color wheel?
Orange.
Orange and
Brown.
not brown,
Blue.
it's blue.
A blue.
Okay, so if I turn somebody's hair orange, I need a little bit of blue. Does anybody have any blue left?
I do.
Hang on, I'll mix a little bit more blue.
I have
Thank
like a
you for
drop of
letting
blue.
me use yours. Whoops.
I got a drop.
Ruh-roh.
That's funny.
Okay, I'm gonna put 1 drop of blue in. Caitlin, if you do the honors.
One drop.
1 drop. Okay, so I turned my lady orange. Awesome. Okay, and she's not real happy having orange hair. Okay, this isn't a fashion choice. What do I do with your orange?
See, I'm covered in blue.
Okay, this isn't a fashion choice. I just left her hair orangey. Okay, did everybody see on the thing my orange hair?
Yeah.
Okay, what's gonna fix that is gonna be blue.
Wow.
Remember, blue is strong. So you're gonna end up with a brown. Okay? All right, so that's how you neutralize orange. What if I end up with someone's hair green?
Then it will be.
No.
How do I fix green hair?
You dump it out.
Red.
Red will fix green hair. So here's my red. Okay. So you go till you get, this looks like Coca-Cola right now. Okay. So you get a natural color. So now, what I want you to think about with me is if you look up here at this triangle, okay? So, come on, what fixes red hair?
Green.
Green. What is green? How do I get green? Yellow, yellow and blue. So to fix the hair, I have all 3 primaries, okay? If I turn somebody orange, Morgan, how do I fix it? Yeah, blue. How do I make orange? Red and yellow. So to fix it, I have to have all 3 primaries, okay? So that works no matter what you're talking about. The one that's across from each other, one is a primary, one is a secondary, so that's made up of 3 primaries. The other thing is, no matter how I start this, red and yellow is orange, yellow and blue is green, blue and red is violet. Okay, Maddie, tell me one cool color up here. Very good. Okay, Mackenzie, what's another cool color you would use to draw the ocean? Green, excellent. And Caitlin, one more cool color you'd use to color, not yellow, the ocean? You've got yellow, orange, red, and violet. Violet, okay? No matter how you do this, guys, one side is cold and one side is warm, okay? So if I do it, whoops, if I do it this way, one side is warm, one side, oh, that's exactly the same thing. Never mind. Let's try it a different way. Let's do blue, yellow, and red. Violet, orange, screen. Okay? Cool, warm. Okay? See how cool it is? No matter how you do this, the cool colors and the warm colors offset each other to make natural colors. The primaries and the secondaries offset each other to make natural colors. Okay? So this is what you need to know when you're doing someone's hair and something crazy happens. You have to think, what's the opposite of that on the color wheel? What can I use to neutralize that? Okay? So if I did Morgan's hair today and I highlighted it and her highlights were all really yellow, what would you pick up to fix her yellow highlights?
Red.
Not red. She doesn't want red hair. Not blue, they're yellow. What's opposite yellow? Say it louder. Violet. Violet is what would fix yellow. Okay, whatever's across from it on the color wheel. That's why everybody with blonde hair wants that purple shampoo. That's the purpose, is to get rid of that yellow in the hair. Okay, is everybody okay with that?
Yeah.
All right, now we're gonna do this. Whoops, don't shut down. Cancel. All right, am I still taping?
No, you're still
Okay.
working red.
Woo! All right, that's all I got. All right, hair coloring. Okay, the 3 layers of the hair. Okay, so I've drawn this a bunch of times already this year. All right, we've got that, that. Okay, what is this outside protective layer called that you can see through and it looks like fish scales? Starts with a C.
Cuticle.
Say it louder. Cuticle. Okay. What's the middle section called that contains everything? All the elasticity, all the protein, that's where all the perming, the relaxing, the hair coloring takes place. What's that layer? Not the medulla.
Cortex?
Cortex. Okay, this is the cortex. Okay. What is the innermost layer called? The medulla. Okay. Nobody knows why we have a medulla. The only thing it does is make your hair fatter. Okay. So if you have thicker, coarser hair, you have a medulla. If you have fine hair, you don't have a medulla. Okay. Okay. So the cuticles, protective, translucent. You can see right through it. It's clear. So you can see the hair color that you have. If the cuticle is laying very flat, okay, so if it's like this, okay, the hair is very resistant. You got to get strong chemicals in there to try to pry up those cuticle scales, okay? So we're up here, honey, okay? You got to do something to get those cuticle scales up, all right? If the cuticle is high, like this, okay, the product can go right in. The problem is that if you get real crazy with this, if you do too many things to your hair, the cuticle stays open like this, and you can go ahead and you can put some pretty red in there, but it'll come back out pretty quickly too. We have a girl in the afternoon that had bleach blonde hair. Looked very good. It was looked very healthy, and we put pink on her ends. She left here, went swimming, she came in, every trace of it was gone. We said, okay, don't go swimming again. We put it in again, gone. Even though her hair looked healthy, her cuticle was too lifted up, and as soon as we put it in, it would come right back out again, okay? So the key is you have to use alkaline products, which is what our products are, to lift this up. Then you have to use acidic products to lay this back down to trap in there whatever you're doing, okay? Cortex has strength and elasticity, medulla, no known function, and hair texture is determined by the diameter of the hair, okay? So here's my hair, and here's some of your hair, okay? If you looked at it under a microscope, it would be much, much wider, okay? Okay, you can change the hair in one of 2 ways. Temporarily, by adding color pigments, the shampoo's out. A temporary color will work till the shampoo, semi-permanent 4 to 6 weeks, and demi-permanent a little bit longer than that. I didn't put anything there. Okay? You can only add color. Wouldn't it be cool if we could temporarily become blonde and then it would rinse out and we wouldn't be blonde anymore? But it doesn't work that way. The only way you can do these is by adding color. The only way to add color and lift color is with permanent tints. I just want the hair just today. Yeah, thank you. Okay, permanent is the only one where you can add and remove color at the same time. So think about it. If I took Taylor, okay, so Taylor, you have those streaks in your hair, but basically this is your normal color, your natural color. All right, so if I took her, she's about, I'd call her about a level 7, maybe 6 or 7. And I could take and I could raise her up to a level 9 with permanent color. I could make her much more blonde simply by using permanent color. I wouldn't have to use lightener, okay? You can go up to 4 shades lighter with color. Okay, so that's the only one, the permanent color. Okay, how's the hair color work? Okay, so let's go back to our drawing. So we've got, all right. So you're getting your hair done with, it's Halloween, and you spray temporary color on, right? Has anybody ever done that?
No.
Okay, you can just spray it on and it shampoos up. It doesn't do anything more than that because the molecules are really big. So they can't fit in, they just coat the outside of the hair, okay? If you go to semi-permanent color, which really isn't very prevalent now, it's kind of like semi and demi are kind of the same thing. This is more of an old-fashioned product, okay? So there's your hair. Okay, semi-permanent, the molecules are very small. So some of them get inside and some of them sit on the outside. But what do you think when they stay that little, what do you think is gonna happen after I shampoo my hair a couple times? It's gonna come back out. They're tiny, so they just flush right back out again. So this one lasts from 4 to 6. They say 4 to 6 weeks, but I call it 4 to 6 shampoos. If you only shampoo your hair once a week, yeah, it'll last 4 to 6 weeks. But if you shampoo your hair every day, it's gonna last 1 week, okay? Then you've got demi-permanent. Okay, so you've got the same thing. Okay, now you've got a similar situation where you've got some on the outside, but you've got some in here, and they're a little bit bigger. They're big enough to get in, but they're stuck in there a little bit further. So they're going to, it's gonna last longer. Then you've got permanent color. And what happens is you get a bowl and you mix your color, right? You guys have all seen people mixing colors. Okay, so I'm gonna put in my color. I'm gonna make her hair green, okay? So there's my green color. And what am I gonna add to the green color?
To the green color,
Not up there, not up there. What do I use for permanent color? I put 2 things in my bowl. The color and the...
color and
Say it. Developer. So I put my developer in, okay? And then what do? I take a whisk, right? And I whisk it all up. And then I start putting it on the hair. Well, when it first goes on the hair, that green color, the molecules are still pretty small. But what happens over time is the molecules get really big, okay? You've still got some out here that didn't quite make it in, and then you've got these big molecules in there. So what happens is it will fade. Certain hair colors will fade. Those little ones will go away, but the big ones will be stuck in there. What happens though if you're kind of poking around and you, older students, you're gonna understand what I'm saying here. You start putting it on your mannequin or on the person's head, and it takes you 45 minutes till you get to the last section. What has happened to the stuff in the bowl?
it doesn't work
Why not?
because when you mix it all together, then it does not go with.
Remember how I said it grows into big molecules?
Yeah.
While it's sitting in that bowl, it's turning into big molecules. Now, if I put big molecules on this hair, are they gonna go in?
No.
Okay. This is why you mix small amounts and then you mix another small amount and another small amount, and you get it on before it has a chance to grow into the big molecules. Okay? So if you let it sit there forever while you're putzing around on the first two sections, is that section going to work, that last one? No. It's already become giant molecules. Okay. All right, we talked about that. The law of color, these are pure or fundamental colors. You can't mix anything to get red, yellow, and blue. Okay, they just are. Okay? They create all other colors. Blue is the darkest or strongest and only cool one. And mixing all three together makes black or dark muddy gray. Did I do that? If you mix all three together, you saw when I did the complementary, if you put all three together, you get black. Okay?
Right.
When two primary colors are mixed, you get a secondary. Okay, so what are my three secondaries? Lauren, what's that? Orange, green, violet. Okay, you can say purple, but I think like the official word is violet. Okay, if I mix a primary with the secondary that's beside it, I get tertiary colors. That just means third, tertiary. Now the way you say this is you always put the primary color first. And you do this without realizing it because this is what you've heard your whole life. So if someone said orange red, you'd be like, yeah, that doesn't quite sound right. Or violet red. So it's yellow orange because that's the primary, red orange, red violet, blue green, yellow green. You always say the primary first. Okay, warm and cool, we talked about that. Making the sun or making the ocean. Okay. Yellow green and red violet can be considered warm or cool depending on how much they have because they're right at the border of them. Whoops. Go back. And tones in people's hair. If you looked at Cassie or you looked at Caitlin right here, would you say her hair is warm, cool, or natural? Or neutral?
Neutral.
Warm. Do you see the red in her hair?
Yeah.
Okay. If you looked at Mackenzie, would you say, just look at it where up by her scalp, would you say warm, cool, or neutral? Neutral. Okay. If I looked at Lauren, would you call her warm, cool, or neutral?
Neutral.
Neutral to more cool. See how there's no red in her hair? Okay. So that's what they're talking about. You designate people whether they have cool tones or warm tones. And natural tones are tones that look like sandy or tan. And a really good example of that is Taylor. Sandy or tan. Okay? She's got natural color tones. Okay, complementary, we talked about that. They cancel each other out and you get a normal color in the hair. All right, hues. Hue is another fancy word for color, okay? And they're abbreviated by their first initial. And this will become very handy. Cassie, can you grab one of those color books for me of the Paul Mitchell Color XG? Okay? This is very helpful to know red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet when you're looking up colors for people. Okay? So if Caitlin came to me and said, I'm tired of this red, Mrs. Godlip, I would like to be the same color, but I don't want it to be red anymore. Thank you so much. So what we would do is we would look in here, okay, and what is the opposite of red? What neutralizes it? Green. Do you guys see where that bar of green is right there? Okay. So you would go in and you would get one of these and you would determine what level she was. Is she a 5? Is she a 4? We would look at her hair and then we would go over here and we would find a green one and we would put it in her hair and that would neutralize the red out of her hair. Okay? If Sarah decided she didn't want to be violet anymore, okay, what would neutralize violet? Yellow. Let's see if we've got some yellow in here.
You do have yellow right here.
Well, I'm looking here. So probably with Sarah, we would probably want to do something. I'm looking here, trying to figure out my
I have
best.
dyed hair.
I know you do. We're not going to do anything to you. I'm just using it as an example. My best one would maybe be this warm beige on her hair. Okay. All right, level is the degree of lightness or darkness of a color. Okay, so you've got level 1 through 10. What's the darkest? 1. What's the lightest? 10. Okay. Hair colors can be categorized into 3 major fields: dark, medium, and light. Now, if you look at 7A and 7C, which one looks lighter to you? Which one looks lighter? Okay, this one, the reddish one. Okay, colors that have a lot of warmth to them always look lighter than colors that have ash. So if you're trying to, like if we go back to that example with Caitlin, and I'm trying to take the red out, I have to be careful that I don't make her hair look too dark. Okay, so I'd have to be kind of conservative with that and maybe use a lighter color than I thought I should so she didn't end up with a dark result. Okay, darkest are 1, lightest are 10. Some manufacturers have 1 through 12. Okay, intensity from mild to strong. So intensity, the best way I can show intensity is, here's a, I'm trying to find the same level. Here's a 5RO and here's a 5R. Is one of them more intensely red than the other? Which one looks more red to you? Okay.
The first one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's intensity. They're both red tones, but one has more red added to it. This is red-orange, so it's diluted a bit. Okay, and that's it for the first one. Okay, you survived. Yay.
Ooh.
All right.